Hope you all are fine. Today, in today's video, I'm going to discuss about the highlights of budget, Union Budget 2022. So what are those points on which we should have a clear understanding regarding this budget? So I just want to narrate in a summarized way the very important points which has been mentioned and some of the benefits or some of the special benefits has been announced by our Finance Minister Srimati Nirmala Sitharaman ji in this Union Budget 2022. So let's start the video and hope this video will definitely be a great benefit to you also. So I just want to start this video with the very important point which has been clearly mentioned in this Union Budget 2022, that is this time infrastructure development. On infrastructure development there is a great portion of the fund has been sanctioned. So what is this infrastructure development? Infrastructure development means lots of infrastructures like roads, buildings, railways, and all those aspects to be covered. Like Gati Shakti project is the project which generally covered the national highways. So national highways will be extended by 25,000 kilometers onwards. And for this infrastructure development, the total fund which has been sanctioned by our finance department, that is 20,000 crore rupees. So 20,000 crore rupees has been sanctioned for the infrastructure development throughout India. Okay, and there is another point which has been mentioned in this Union Budget, that is national telemedicine programs to be launched. Just because of this great pandemic, this pandemic's affected the life of everyone in a different way. So it's not only the physical diseases we are suffering. There are lots of mental problems, lots of depressions, lots of anxiety, stress. These all has been also increased just because of this pandemic situation. So just to solve those problems, there is a telemedicine programs to be launched, where anyone who is suffering this kind of problems, they can discuss with the experts, with the psychiatrist, and with all the related doctors to solve these problems. So for telemedicine medicinal program, a budget has also been sanctioned in that case. And digital infrastructure is a great concern, and it also covered a major portion of this Union Budget. Digital infrastructures has been developed, and for this specifically the banking sectors, the payment sectors like Google Pay, PayPal, and all the fintech companies, the payment modes, and this kind of things to be encouraged. For encouraging this kind of things, this kind of digitization, it's to be announced. It's also already been announced, and we have seen the effect of digitization in every sphere of our life nowadays. Now in every shop we are using the Google Pay, we are using Paytm, we are using Beam app, and there are lots of other digital media, so which payment can be easily made, and we need not to have much cash within us. Same way, the meetings are conducted through Zoom and through Microsoft Office and through other digital media. Classes are going on also on the basis of this digital media. So these are a great concern, and these are the major development within this 2 years, and government also emphasized this digitization for the future also. So for digitization or complete digitization, a fund has been announced by our finance minister. Along with this, 5G spectrum and e-passport facilities are also been provided By the end of 2022, 5G spectrum will be definitely, it will cover most of the part of India, as well as e-passport system. It means that if you want to apply passport, if you want to renew the passport, or any kind of problem you are facing related with passports, you need not to visit to the passport office, you need not to change the cities and just to roam with the offices. Everything will be conducted through digitization process. Digital media, you can apply for your passport, or you can renew your passport through the digital media, and it will be handed over to you within a very fast days, and this process will be completely digitized. So I think these are some great welcoming steps, and we should be very much hopeful and positive about the steps which has been announced, at least in this budget. Let's see how much it will be affected. Now, the most important point, government is completely enthusiastic and emphasized in the digital media education system. So there are 5 urban center for excellence has been announced by the government in the education field. There are 5 universities, digitized universities will be opened, and it will be successfully operated. It is the plan of the government. And for this, a great portion of the fund has been also announced by our finance minister. That is 250 crore to each of this institution to be provided as the endowment fund for the digital universities. Because we have seen from the last 2 years, as the schools and colleges are closed, still the education system is running. But definitely we faced lots of difficulties. Students as well as teachers both have gone through lots of difficulties, because this is the first time that education in a mass has been provided through the digital media. And that's also shows us a way that how the education system can also be provided, how the education can be provided through digital media. To digitization in education, that is also a great concern to the government. Therefore, government has been decided to open such kind of great digitized universities throughout India, and for which endowment fund of 250 crore to each university has been also declared. Now, the sixth most important point, that is related with the sustainability in the major 2 sector, that is EV sector as well as the solar energy sector. As I have already discussed about the EV vehicle which are to be captured within, that's going to be captured all over the market, Indian market, by the end of 2030 for sure, and for which already the work has been started, like Tata Power and all the great automobile sector. There are great automobile sectors which has been already started in the field of EV sector. We all know the benefits of EV, and that's because government also emphasized EV sector. And for related with the EV sector, the battery swapping policy is going to come in this market very soon, which has been already announced in the budget. What is battery swapping policy? Battery swapping policy means if EV is the future, then we have to think how the EV operate. The EV totally operate on the basis of the battery, because now the vehicles are using the fuel, petrol and diesel, and if we want to replace this fuel like petrol and diesel, so what's the thing which is going to take place? That's definitely the batteries. So batteries should be manufactured in such a way that replacing or changing of the battery which will not be a major concern. Like nowadays what is happening? There are 2 types of vehicles are in the market. One is in petrol, one uses the fuel as petrol, and one is diesel. And in every petrol pump, we have both of the fuels, petrol and diesel. Whichever model you are using, you can just fuel up your car according to that. Same way, the batteries in the charging station, if your battery is completely discharged and you have a very less time, then you can definitely replace your battery with another battery of the same model which has been completely charged. So the same types of the batteries to be manufactured. So the battery swapping is going to be very easy. Okay. This is a major concern in the EV sector. And the next one is the solar energy sector. And in the solar energy sector, there is also a great work has been already been started, and now it is a concern of everybody that how we can use the solar power in every sector of life, in every phases of life, so that it will be easy for everyone just to run and operate. So because solar power is something which is not going to be end very soon. So it replaces the coal and the oil and all other energies. So 280 gigawatt installed capacity. This is the project. This is the project of the government. That government has been decided that at least 280 gigawatt should be installed within 2030. And for this, fund of 19,500 crore rupees fund has been declared by the government for the solar energy sector under the same problem in the balcony, under the PLI scheme. So these are the two major sectors which completely a great concern of government, and definitely if you are going to purchase some shares and stocks, definitely these two sectors you should look up in these two sectors shares. Like for EV, you should have a watch up in Tata Power, Tata Motors, Maruti, Ashok Leyland and all other great automobile companies who has been started their work in the field of EV. And in solar there are like Suzlon Energy, and there are lots of other companies. They used to provide going to make some great infrastructure in the field of the solar energy, so it will easily cover the solar energy field. So there are few stocks, so you just have to understand budget, not for only the income tax benefit or the direct taxes, that how the tax will reduced so that my income will can be increased. You should also understand and analyze budget, because this budget is going to affect your life, at least the coming 1 year life, in every sector. In every sector of your life, this budget is going to affect you. So it's our duty to understand the budget and to analyze it so that it will be easy for us to understand how we have to plan our life for the coming 1 year according to the budget. So today I'm going to end this video here, because budget in one video it's impossible to cover the whole budget or to analyze each and every point. In the next video, I'm going to cover some other great announcement which has been made by Nirmala Sitharaman ji related with this budget, and also the impact of taxes. I'm going to discuss whether the tax slab has been changed or not, whether it is going to affect us or not, and some other great major points. I'm going to cover the rest of the points in my next video. So keep in touch and just be with me in this journey. Signing off for today. Hope you like this and hope this will benefit you. You will get benefit from this budget analysis, and please stay tuned with me for the next video in which I'm going to cover the rest of the points which are very essential for you to know, which has been announced in the budget. Take care all of you. Signing off for today. Bye-bye.